Martin Marks, Lee-on-the-Solent Residents Association. The officer's report draws very heavily on the independent Arcadis report on the impact of airfield operations by IFA2, but that still concedes a range of potential problems that are deferred to the project management. What incentive is there for National Grid to put additional money into difficult to manage issues if they already have been given the go-ahead? Then I would ask, why was the draft version of the Arcadis report first issued to Fareham Council in October, but only released to the public in December? I suspect this was all about how to manage these difficult issues. If this was not the case, then why has Fareham stalled on the freedom of information requests from at least 2 different people entitled to see the original documents? One wonders how much more damaging were the problems portrayed in the draft and what is being covered up. I hope that you've all seen the original, unamended version of the independent report on the issues before you make your decision. Not really a problem for the Council, though, as slipped into the officer's report is a recommendation paragraph that would allow 2 council officers to make, quote, minor modifications to the proposed conditions or heads of terms or any subsequent minor changes, unquote. This can be construed as a sort of get-out-of-jail-free card for them to quietly dispose of any unwanted problems, much like the Peel Common Pond that took more than 15 years to correct. National Grid have accepted that the equipment in the huge building can generate 95 decibels of noise at source. That is generally considered as equivalent to heavy lorry noise, and this plant will be running 24/7. National Grid say they will clad the equipment and bring the sound levels down to those measured in the area at night of some 30-35 decibels. Fine, but what happens if this is exceeded? At a council meeting in Lee last year, National Grid admitted they could make no guarantees on noise levels. At the Isle of Grain, where an earlier IFA is located, there were complaints made about noise from the nearest habitation, a village roughly a mile away. National Grid say that the local council was happy about the improvements that were then made. The villagers tell a different story, and their houses are over 6 times further away than the nearest ones would be to our IFA2. The officer's report notes the converter station building shall not be brought into use until a scheme for monitoring sound emitted from the converter station building has been submitted to and approved in writing by the local planning authority. Nothing said about a sound limit. Are you sure this will be enforced when the converter building is completed at enormous cost and is urgently waiting to earn its keep? Fareham's local plan core policy CS12 requires for Daedalus Airfield a demonstration that it does not adversely affect the general aviation operation of the airfield. The officer's report and the peer review reports acknowledge that there will be some impact. Also, it requires that it provides for high quality employment development that retains and strengthens the marine and aviation employment clusters, particularly those that require direct access to an operational airfield. And further, it looks for the creation of local employment opportunities that take advantage of and develop local skills, including during construction. There will be jobs during construction, but how many will be local? These factors also threaten the viability of the much applauded enterprise zone, as other speakers will elaborate. The council officer's report suggests the loss of open space and allotment promised in the Daedalus strategy document, published just prior to the National Grid cash cow proposal, is compensated by strips of land sandwiched in the shadow of a massive humming building between the anti-terrorist fence and the busy road. No matter how much land might be offered elsewhere, it will never substitute for the complete loss of the strategic gap in its narrowest part. David Learmonth of Flight International, thought by many to be the leading UK aviation journalist, wrote, "Considering the interconnected terminal could equally efficiently be located the other side of Southampton Water at Forley, on a site that's always been industrial, threatening Daedalus, Britain-Norman and local general aviation this way, just because Fareham Borough Council, like the colour of National Grid's money, is, to put it mildly, short-sighted." I fully endorse the other 2 Residents Association chairmen's views, and I ask you to save the Fareham local plan, save Daedalus Enterprise and its future development, and to refuse this application.